If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
So fundamental testing process for manual life cycle, there's many stages included in these many stages. See, first one, test planning. Second one, test analysis. Third one, test implementation and execution. Fourth one, exit criteria and the reporting. Fifth one, test closure activities. So are you following me?
Yes,
So the
yes.
stages, the first one will be test planning and control. Second one will be test analysis and design.
Test implementation.
Yeah,
and
correct. Third one will be
execution.
test implementation and execution. Fourth one will be evaluation, exit criteria, evaluating the exit criteria and the reporting.
Reporting.
Last,
Okay.
if it is yes, so one by one I'll tell you here, test planning and control, nothing but, so test plan will be prepared by test manager or test lead. So some kind of planning will be done here. Don't worry, we are going to discuss in depth each and about, about each and every stage. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So, and then once planning will be done, then test analysis and design will be done. Test analysis, nothing but whether the given SRS is perfectly fine or not. Whether the given SRS confirmation, SRS is fit for testing environment or not. The given SRS is fit for the testing environment or not. That is what test analysis. And design, nothing but test case designing. Here we are going to understand about test case designing. Don't ask me what is test case because I have not entered into the topic. When we enter into that stage, you will come to know everything. So here design, nothing but we are not designing anything, just we are designing our test case. Okay, do you go?
Okay. Okay.
So once we prepare the test case, we'll go for the implementation and execution. Implementation in the sense, what a test case will shows the direction to test the application. Test case will shows you the direction to test the application. Here, implementation and execution in the sense, yes, we are executing. We're executing the direction. We're executing the test case.
Okay.
So if the executed test case is meeting the exit criteria, so after execution, right, if you feel yes, my execution is meeting the exit criteria, if yes, then we can go for the closure activities. We can go for the closure activities. Close it. If not,
activities.
yeah, if it is not meeting the exit criteria, then again we have to reanalyze, and then we redesign the test case, and then we have to go for the re-execution, and again we have to compare whether the execution met the exit criteria. If yes, then we'll go for the closure activities. If no, again we'll go back like this. This process can be continued until we got the exit criteria. We met the exit criteria. Okay, you go.
Okay.
Good. See this test basis, test plan, test design, test execution, exit criteria, and closure activity. How many stages we have given you here? How many stages we have given? Almost 6 stages we have given, correct?
Okay, 6 stages. Okay, yeah.
Can you read it all these 6 stages now?
Test basis, test plan, test design, test execution, test exit criteria, test closure.
Yes, when you go for the interview, if you will get question from this, you should explain.
When I go to interview,
like this.
okay.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah.
Okay.
So first, we are going to discuss about test analysis and design. Test analysis, test basis, nothing but test analysis and design. Okay.
Okay.
So here, so I have given you 9 factors or parameters. I have given you 9 factors and parameters. Okay. One by one we will discuss. Okay. Why we are implementing this thing, this test basis? If suppose they have given you one SRS, okay. Already you know what is SRS. If they have given you SRS, system requirement specification, or else you can say software requirement specification. They have given you
System
SRS.
requirements,
Yeah,
specification. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay,
If
SRS.
they have given you SRS,
Yeah.
you cannot understand as per your requirement. You can understand with respect to this test basis or with respect to these 9 parameters. Just go and try to understand the given SRS, then you will understand betterly. You will understand betterly. Yes. The first one will be correctness or completeness or consistency. Correctness or completeness or consistency. First, we'll go with these 3, then followed by we will discuss some other things also. So correctness. What is correctness? So if they define properly, when you go with the SRS, you'll find out many requirements, right? Duo.
Okay.
So you have to verify as a test engineer by understanding the given SRS, you have to verify whether each and every requirement properly defined or not. Defined or not properly, you have to verify. If they defined each and every requirement properly, then you can say, yes, correctness parameter satisfied. Then you can say correctness parameter satisfied for the particular requirement. Okay, that's okay. Then what is completeness? So what is completeness in the sense? Yeah. So if suppose one requirement may have multiple dependencies or not. One requirement may have multiple dependencies or not. Do you go?
Okay.
One requirement may have multiple dependencies. Dependencies in the sense, if suppose you have run one transaction in one application, that may reflect into many applications. Applications.
Okay.
I will tell you one example. If suppose I have created a contact, form. I have filled the contact form. And if suppose throughout my project contact form, that the same contact will be represented into many places. The same contact has represented into many places. So if you'll find out all these dependencies, you can say, if you find out all these dependencies for the particular requirement, you can say completeness parameter satisfied. 1 minute. I'll open the notepad and I'll tell you.
Okay. Okay.
Is this visible? No, you forget about that concept.
Yes.
No, you can see. So what I'm trying to say is completeness in the sense, find dependencies.
Okay.
Find all dependencies for the particular requirement. satisfied. Right? Example. Suppose we have created contact. We must observe where contact. Yes. If you suppose we have created the contact form, then we must observe where the contact form will be displayed in throughout our project. These places are nothing but dependencies. If you will find out all your dependencies for the particular requirement, then I can say that completeness parameter has satisfied. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just the same thing. The same thing I have explained you here. You go. Completeness, right? And then consistency. What is consistency? What is consistency? Internally, externally, it should not create any conflicts. When you go with a particular requirement, internally and externally, it should not create any conflicts. Then it is said to be consistency. So in that way, you have to verify your SRS. And then feasibility. What is feasibility? Yeah, your top level management. Yeah, feasibility.
Okay.
So you're not the responsible person to verify whether the feasibility is satisfying or not. You're not the responsible person. Your top level management will identify whether each and every requirement, which is into SRS is fit for testing or not. Whether the particular requirement is fit for testing or not. That will be you're not the decision maker. That will be decided by whether the particular requirement is feasible to test or not, is fit for testing or not. That will be decided by your lead or your manager. Okay. Okay, you go. Yeah, your lead or manager will verify that. Checking the feasibility, just now I can say, checking the feasibility is called feasibility, right?
Okay.
And then necessity. What is necessity? So necessity nothing but if suppose when you go with one SRS, for example, Dugo is understanding the SRS. Okay, Dugo is understanding the given SRS. Okay.
Okay.
While understanding, I'm asking you to understand the application in 3 ways. I'm asking you to understand the application in 3 ways. That the first way will be main flow. Just try to understand the main flow. The second way will be alternate flow. Third way will be exceptional flow. 1 minute, I'll type and I'll tell you.
Okay. Yes.
You go.
Okay. I'm here.
Here we can understand the SRS. So read carefully, we can understand the SRS in 3 ways or flows. I can say flows, in which one main flow, 2 alternate flow, 3 exceptional flow.
Oh, okay.
What is main flow? Main flow nothing but login page for Gmail.
Main flow. Okay.
Yeah, what is the main flow? Enter the URL, enter the username, enter the password, click on the submit. It is called main flow. Okay.
Okay.
Example
Okay.
I'm giving. Open the page, enter the username, enter the password, click on submit. It's called main flow, correct?
Yes. Okay.
So what are the different alternate flows will be there? If the main flow will fail, alternate flow will comes into the picture. For example, change password,
Change password. Okay.
forget
Okay.
password,
Yes. Right.
etc. So XYZ features. There are multiple alternate flows will be there, right? For any application, only one main flow will be there. If the main flow will fail, then there are multiple alternate flows will be there. If suppose Jugo want to reach her office, Jugo wants to reach her office
Okay.
by train, That is called main flow. If train will be missed, then what Jugo has to do? Jugo has to go into the bus. That is one alternate flow. If bus missed, you go by walk. He has to reach his office, her office. Alternate flow. There are multiple alternate flows will be there. And exceptional flow in the sense exit
Okay.
exit points from the application. Exit corners. So from where you are exiting your application, from where you are exiting your application. So, that is what, in exceptional points. So necessity, nothing but what is necessity? How can you say the necessity when you understand the main flow, alternate flows,
Where is
exceptional
necessity? Okay.
necessity.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And the next, testability. Yeah, testability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Testability.
Is this visible? My screen is.
Yes. Yes. I can see.
Okay, what is testability? When you are able to identify, when you are able to find the expected data for the particular requirement, then it is testable. Very, very, very simple. Suppose there is a pen, okay?
Okay.
I'm asking you to test that pen. When it is possible, when you know the expectations of the pen, then only it is possible to check whether the pen is working properly or not. Correct?
Yes. Right. Okay.
If it doesn't know anything about pen expectations, then how do you test whether it is working properly or not? So expectations. So what is testability? When you take a particular requirement, if you will come to know the expectation of that particular requirement, expected data of the particular requirement, then only you can say it is testable. Testable. If you are unable to identify the expected data, then we cannot test the particular. We cannot test the particular requirement. Okay, Jugo.
Okay. Okay.
And the next one, prioritization. Prioritization. What is prioritization? If suppose there are 100 requirements are there, there are 100 requirements are there, right? So you have to prioritize which requirement is important, which requirement is next important, which requirement is next important, which requirement is not important at this time. So like that, you have to understand the given SRS. They are asking you to prioritize the requirements. Prioritize the requirements. Okay. If suppose you need, 10 requirements in your life, you need 10 activities, 10 requirements. If suppose you are thinking to purchase clothes, you are thinking to purchase television, you are thinking to purchase for purchasing chartered flight, you are thinking for purchasing dining table. So, can you purchase all these items at a time? Dugo. First, Dugo will decide what is necessary to have. So, in that way, Dugo has to prioritize. Correct?
Yes.
So, prioritize nothing but importance. So, I'm asking you to prioritize the requirements one by one. And then, yeah, unambiguous.
Okay.
Unambiguous.
What's
so what
that?
is unambiguous?
What
See,
is it? I didn't
second,
see.
no,
Oh, yeah, I see.
Second one. Unambiguous.
Yeah,
So
we don't
what
need.
is,
We don't
yeah.
have nothing. Yeah.
Now it is okay, right? Unambiguous.
Yes.
What is unambiguous? Confusion state. No confusion state is called unambiguous. No confusion state is called unambiguous. No confusion state in the sense. No confusion state in the sense.
Okay. Yes.
So requirement should not create any confusion. Requirement should not create any confusion. If suppose there is a duster, there is a pen. These two are two requirements. Okay, pen is one requirement.
Okay.
Or it's marker. Marker is one requirement. Duster is one requirement. Why duster? To rub the board. Correct. To rub the whiteboard, we require duster. To rub the whiteboard is the specification for duster. Okay. To rub the board is the specification for the duster. To write something is a specification for pen. Is a specification for pen. If the specifications like this are individually, it's good. There is no confusion. There is no confusion. If suppose one requirement is doing two things, then it will get confused.
Yes.
Okay. If suppose Dugo is doing work in chocolate company, for 8 hours, Dugo is doing for one company. I can understand. Yes, Dugo is into this particular company. If the Dugo is doing multiple jobs, how can I understand? Then I may get ambiguous. Unambiguous, correct or not? Ambiguous means confusion status. Correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. The last one, but not least one, traceability. What is traceability? Yeah, 5 to 6, where the Dugo is going. 6 to 7, where she is into Dugo. 7 to 8, where she is into. 8 to 9, what she is doing. Is this tracking or not? Tracking or not? In the same way, you have to track your requirement. What exactly the requirement it is? Is this allows us to track the requirement or not? Don't worry about traceability. Later on, we are going to discuss from the different sessions. Just traceability, nothing but the ability to track the requirement is called traceability. 1 minute. I will type this and I'll tell you what is traceability.
Okay.
What is traceability? The ability to measure. The ability to measure or track the requirements. Okay. The ability to measure or track the requirements is called traceability.
Okay.
If the system doesn't allow you to measure the requirements, then it is not traceability. It is not traceability. Okay. Right.
Okay, I understand.
See this. So total 6 we have completed today. 9 we have completed. Test basis, nothing but the summary of test basis is I am asking you to understand the given SRS based on the these verification points. 9 verification points there are. The first one will be correctness. Second one will be consistency. Third one will be necessity. Fourth one will be prioritization. Fifth one will be traceability. Sixth one will be ambiguous. Seventh one will be feasibility. Eighth one will be testability. Ninth one will be completeness.
Okay.
So, okay. So, you want to leave today, right?
Excuse me? Say
you
again?
Want to leave or shall I continue?
No, we can continue. What?
Yes. Good.
Yes. I can leave a little bit early, maybe 15 minutes. Okay. If you
okay, no problem. Okay,
no problem.
Have, anyway, we are going for 1 hour session. Okay. Still 15 minutes I required, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have to understand something about test plan. Just read it.
Okay. Test plan. Test plan is the project level document prepared by the test lead. The document specifies when to start, what to test, who to test, how to test, when to stop. This is project level document. Why? Because variation of this document maybe depends on the variation of the project.
Yes. So test plan. So as a test engineer, you are not the responsible person to prepare the test plan. Test plan will be prepared by your test lead and test manager. You are not the responsible person to prepare the test plan. Test plan will be prepared by your test lead or test manager.
Okay.
What is test plan? Test plan is the document. It specifies
document.
Yeah, when to start means when you are going to start your testing, or what you are going to test, whom to test, means who is your client background, and how to test, how you are going to test, how you're going to test, when to stop. So when to start, when to stop. What to test, when to test, how to test. These parameters will specify about test plan. This is the project level document. Why? Because the variation of this document maybe depends on the variation of the project. So what I'm trying to say is why this is project level document. If suppose you are into one project, I am into one project, we cannot use the same test plans, right?
Yes.
Your plan may be different, my plan may be different, plan may be different, Anil plan may be different.
Yes.
So that's the reason the plan may variate. Because it is the project level document. Based on the project, the plan may be changed. Right, Jugo?
Yes, right.
Good. So test plan templates. Okay. When you go for the interview, they will ask you, explain something about test plan. Why? Because without having the test plan, nobody will understand the requirements. Nobody will understand the requirements. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is test plan is needed to implement the test process. The test plan is different for different projects. A single project can have one or more test plans. Test plan templates consist of the following. Test plan templates consist of the following. There are many templates will be there one by one. We are going to discuss today. We are going to discuss half templates. Tomorrow we are going to discuss remaining half templates. Okay.
Okay.
So company name. What do I explain about company name? This is the name of the company for which, for Bank of America, you can take an example. So company name, nothing but for which company you are writing this test plan, for which company you are writing this test plan. And then client name, for which client you are writing the test plan, for which client you are writing the test plan, that is what client name. And then product name, what is your product? What is your product? For which product you are writing, for which product you are writing the test plan. So the product name. Examples also I have given you, right? Examples I have given you. Company name, nothing but for Bank of America, you can say we are writing that, we are writing this test plan. Client XYZ client, the project name, banking management system, BAMS in the sense banking management system. Example. And product name, ATM. For bank, there are multiple products will be there. For ATM, we are preparing the test plan. For ATM, we are preparing the test plan. Module name. Under ATM, there are multiple modules will be there, right? Jugo. Withdrawal will be there, mini statement will be there, some XYZ will be there. Module name in the sense, module name in the sense, deposit is the module name. Okay, deposit is the module name here, or XYZ. Created by test manager or test lead. So who will create this test plan? As I told you, you are not the responsible person to create the test plan. Test plan will be created by the test lead or test manager. The same thing I have written. Created on which date Hugo is preparing. She will be the manager, or Hugo will be lead. On which date Hugo is preparing the test plan, that the date should be mentioned here. Okay, Jugo.
Okay.
And then test plan ID, of course, ID is required for any document, right? Jugo. Test plan 1, test plan 2, test plan 3, test plan 4, test plan 5, test plan 6, like this. Test plan ID is very, very important term. Very, very important term. Yes. Test plan description. Yeah, summary of the test plan we have to write. Why this plan? Why this plan? First of all, the summary is very, very important. Scope must be defined. Test plan description in the sense, I am asking you to define the scope. So features to be tested.
Okay.
The features which we are going to be tested. Features to be tested, nothing but the features which we are going to be tested. Nothing features to be tested.
Okay.
Features not to be tested. The features which are not going to be tested. The features which are not going to be tested. Hey, if suppose 100 requirements are there, how many 100 requirements are there? Which features you want to test? Do you want to test? Which features do you don't want to test? You don't want to test. These things are said to be features to be tested and features not to be tested. That will be defined into the plan only. Features to be tested and features not to be tested. That will be there into plan only. Okay.
Okay.
And pass-fail criteria means input validations, input-output validations. Input-output validations, nothing. So the values what we supposed to enter, input-output validation. Environment. What is environment? Software, hardware, components. Software, hardware, components. Environment. Okay. Software, hardware, components. Means environment of your testing environment. Right, under which environment you want to test, which link you want to test, everything they will be defined. Don't worry. And then risk factors. Risk factors are the forthcoming problems. If we start exactly this plan, what are the problems we are going to get? Jugo, you got my point. If suppose Jugo wants to do something, okay. So before doing that particular thing, Jugo should understand the forthcoming problems which she's supposed to get. Problems which she's supposed to get. Nothing but risk factors. Future expectations. Future problems, nothing but risk factors, right? And then stopping. Here the test lead will be given the list of the names of the testers to be involved in the testing. Who are all the responsible to test the application. Who are all the responsible to test the application. Staffing. Nothing but who will be the responsible. There are 10 testing units will be there. In my company, there are 10 testing units will be there. It doesn't mean that if there are 10 testing units, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that 10 testing units will be involved into this plan. 5 testing units will be involved into one plan and other 5 testing units will be involved into another plan. Okay.
Okay.
That's called, staffing.
Okay.
And then schedule. Releases and cycles. Releases and cycles.
Yeah, okay.
Releases and cycles. So releases and cycles, does it?
Yes.
Yeah. What are the releases? What are the cycles you have? If suppose I would like to release version 2.0. I would like to release version 2.0. So in this cycles, nothing but 2.1 is one cycle. I would like to release the version 2.5. So in this 2.5 in the sense 2.5.1, 2.5.2, 2.5.3, 2.5.4, like this. Cycles will be there. Quarterly cycle will be there. Half-yearly cycle will be there. Monthly cycle will be there. Quarterly cycle will be there. Half-yearly cycle will be there. Monthly cycle will be there. Nothing but schedule. Just nothing but schedule. You go.
Okay.
So how we are going to perform our activity, that schedule will be given by the test manager here. And then assumptions, preconditions and post conditions. Preconditions, nothing but preconditions. If suppose you want to use your Gmail, what is precondition? First of all, the Gmail has to open, right?
Yes.
So that is precondition. If at all you want to enter the credentials into your Gmail, first of all, you should be created unique credentials, correct? If suppose you wants to go to office, first of all, office should be open, right? Office doors should be open, correct? So nothing but pre and post conditions. Okay. So test strategy. Nothing but here we discussed about documentation, methods, standards, documentation, methods, standards, testing levels, testing types, test design, techniques. Strategy, nothing but what methods you are implementing, what standards you are following, what testing levels we are implementing, what testing types we are implementing, what test design techniques we are implementing, right?
Yes.
And then test deliverables, the final document which we have to produce. Test, what are the outputs we are supposed to get. Test deliverables, nothing but finally, what are the DUO responsibilities? Finally, what are the outputs DUO has to submit? Nothing but test deliverables, okay? Understand? You go.
Yes, I'm listening. I understand.
Yeah. Test deliverables. Finally, what are the outputs you are supposed to get? And the
I'm thinking.
cost and resource.
Yes, I'm thinking. Okay.
Yes. Estimated cost and resources. Don't worry. Test lead will be done all these things. Test manager will perform all these things. Cost and resources. Estimated cost and resources.
Resources, yes. Estimate cost and resources.
Testing approaches.
Okay.
Manual and automation. Whether you want to go with manual or else you want to go with automation. You want to go with manual or you want to go with automation. That will be declared here itself. Approvals. So finally, we have to get signature from the concerned person. We have to get signature from the concerned person. The project manager has to sign approve the test plan. Once it is approved, the testing process starts. So though we prepared all these things, we need to get approval from the management. We require approval from the management. Correct?
Yes, okay. I understand.
So today we discussed, we had a big discussions. So we have completed these two things. Test plan we have completed. So test basis we have completed. Two things we have completed. From tomorrow itself we have to go for the execution. Okay? Take care. Tomorrow we'll meet.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.